Art is something that I always have done. Art, like any other field, is something that you feel like a calling to do. So it's more of something that I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think it's more important than any other activity that you can be working on, you can be doing. But it's something that you feel a urge or a necessity to do. So since I was a child, it was a natural thing that I have done. Painting or building, making houses, making things. We lived next to a mountain, and I used to go run all the way up to the mountain and come back as fast as I could. I had a desire to exercise by walking. So I used to walk from the school and go back. Other kids used to go on buses. For me, I prefer to go and do my walk, even though it would take maybe an hour to get from the school home. I prefer that than 20 minutes in a bus. So that's the most exercise in the past. I never went to a gym before. I happened to come and visit my sister in Boston, and I realized I could study here, follow what I was studying in Colombia, architecture and art. And I ended up staying because I found places where I can show my artwork and continue studying architecture. When you're making art, you're standing and you're doing a painting. You may not have the strength to be standing for a long time. Those things are basic for an artist to be able to make a painting in a way that you feel more free, where you're not concerned if I'm tired. There's stories about Picasso being standing for at least 8 to 10 hours a day. And that's what his wives always said. They may criticize him for other things, but they say, but he will be standing there 8 to 10 hours a day, no matter if it's what day of the week. He's always there, standing with no music, no other sounds than his brushes. It shows how important is to be in shape. He used to walk every day too. Now that I'm in my 70s, I realize that I have to make some more effort than when I was younger. So the motivation is more in awareness of the time that is passing by, and you have to adapt to it, do some changes. So I try to walk daily, and which I do like for 45 minutes or an hour. But then I realize that it's not enough, that I need to do other type of exercise so my body can function in a better form. I was waiting to see if I could get to go to a place to do exercise, because I'm not used to idea of a gym or something like that. So I've been lucky to find Jay, who suddenly showed that he can help me, guide me to be able to do this need for the exercise. It just been so helpful to be guided in the proper way to do the exercises. Because if you go to a gym by yourself, you may not do it the right way, or be productive, or be intimidated to work out with people who already know what they're doing. The motivation for exercising is a way of gaining time. When you get older, you start to worry that time is passing by. So if you exercise, you may actually gain time, you gain more energy. In that way, it's a realization, and seeing some family members passing by, you realize what was the things that you have to be aware of, which is you have to take care of things in your body. If you don't exercise, they may not be ready for, in case of a fall. If you have to be aware of seeing things, a car passing by, you have to see it. If you don't have your body a total awareness of all those things, that makes important decisions that you have to do later on. I do think that the exercise will extend your life when you start to think about time. So that way, I'm very lucky to have Jay as a guide for doing the exercise.